Hi guys, this is Carolina Varsity. We're in our 2015 season. We are in the third round of the 3AA playoffs, and we got what I think is going to be a big, tough ball game here. Number 6 Weddington want to play that high-powered Crest, number 3 Crest Chargers. I'm Dale Ross.
I'm Anthony Perkins.
Anthony, get us going here, buddy.
Crest coming in 13-0 out of the South Mountain Athletic 2A, 3A conference as the number 2 seed. Weddington coming in as the number 6 seed with 11-2 record out of the Southern Carolina 3A conference. Crest got here by playing Piedmont and defeating them 37 in the first round and defeating a team that Weddington is very familiar with, Cuthbertson last week, 31-21. Weddington took care of Asheville the Asheville Cougars in the first round by defeating them 30-17. Last week what I would reckon most people consider an upset. They defeated the Rockets by score 28-21. Crest is averaging about 39 points per game compared to Weddington's 34, but that's pretty close. Crest is giving up about 13 per game. Weddington's giving up about 17. That's pretty close. The Chargers are gaining about 149 yards on the ground, about 250 yards in the air for a total of around 400 yards per game. Weddington is getting about 171 yards rushing and 137 passing for a little over 300 yards per game. So there's where your big difference is in the ball game. It seems like Crest is a little more able to control the time of possession. Because they're obviously racking up more yards, and that's all of them are big plays. I'm sure they're not all big plays. They had two common opponents in Cuthbertson, and Piedmont, which Crest did not face until the playoffs. But both teams beat both of those teams during the season, so there's nothing we could compare there with, well, this team lost to this team, and that team won. According to the computers, Weddington played the tougher schedule. Their strength schedule is rated at 57 compared to Crest's strength schedule at 119. But one reason that might be is because Crest is in a split 2A, 3A conference. So, but this is looking like it could be a good game. And, because Crest had some measure of difficulty. I mean, it wasn't a blowout. Whenever you win by 10 points, that's not a blowout win.
Right. No.
Against Cuthbertson and Weddington and Cuthbertson are very familiar opponents, and they played Cuthbertson within 10 points too. Whenever they played this year. So to me, this game's a toss-up. I'm going to give Crest a 3-point. I'm going to say they're 3-point favorites only because they're playing at home.
The computer says Crest 29, Weddington 19. What we've got here is a high-powered offense going against a very, very good defensive-minded coach, and Carson over at Weddington. Weddington, they're one of the things that I noted that is a good plus for them is they're very balanced in their offense. They run the ball and they pass the ball. 1,648 yards passing. Quarterback Grayson Williamson, his QB rating's not real high. It's 91.9. It's not terrible, but that's not outstanding. And rushing, they've had 2,055 yards. Christian Sanchez and Grayson Williamson, again, the quarterback. They make up the bulk of the running off of the team. Crest, of course, they're defending state champions. Right. First of all, that's they've got a lot of confidence. Offense, that's very good defense, and offensively, 3,221 yards passing. Their quarterback is phenomenal. Willie Green, his QB rating is 137.9. So 3,200 yards and that high QB rating. That is, to me, you're facing a very, very solid
quarterback. They got a strong running back in Trey Harbison too.
Exactly.
So, that's a double whammy right there.
That's a double whammy. So Green is 172 of thrown the ball 246 times, 172 completions, 28 TDs. He's only had 7 interceptions out of 246 passes. That's really good. That's what QB rating is so
Right.
high. Tashon Odom is their number one receiver. He's got 1,185 yards on the season. That's pretty good when you got a receiver over 1,000 yards. And then, of course, you mentioned Trey Harbison. He's got 1,560 yards on the season rushing. Uh, Crest high-powered offense against a Weddington defense is really that's your matchup there. And Carson's known for they turned in a big win against AC Reynolds. That was not a game that a lot of people picked
You
them.
said Carson, you meant Weddington, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, he's the coach.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, Tim
All right.
Carson is the head coach
Okay.
at Weddington, and he's a defensive coach. He was defensive coordinator at Sun Valley before he took over the Weddington job. It's always been when you see Weddington do well, you'll see that they've held scores down, they've held teams down, and it's always been because of the defense. Now, obviously, they have to score, and they've got a decent offense, but he's not going to let them get into a shootout with Crest. That's not. They're not built. Weddington's not built for a 40 to 50 point game. That's not what they're built for. They're built for a 20 to 21 to 14 kind of game.
Well, their only two losses this year came to Marvin Ridge toward the end of the season, in what was,
Which was a tough one.
but I would think that would have to be an upset.
Mm-hmm.
And then they lost early in the season, I think the second week of the season, to 2A Monroe. That's no disgrace, though. I think considering the team that Monroe is.
Monroe is a solid football team, no doubt.
That'd be like saying they got beat by Shelby. Well, that's not all that bad.
Right? No, not at all. So, I think Crest is going to have I believe this is going to be a one-score game. It should be a score that's within a game that's within. As the computer here is saying 2 scores, that's 10 points.
I say
So,
3 to 7. So
I'm thinking it's going to be within one score. I really do. Now, obviously,
should be a good game.
Crest is the favorite, and Crest should win this ball game. But Weddington's they're going to have something to say.
They'll show up.
That's right. They will show up. And I you know what? They may even bring some fans, but I promise you the team will show up, and they will put out on the field. So, hey, let us know if you see this video. Thanks for watching.